Hi everybody, Peter back for yet another video. Today I'm going to do an album ranking. It's a band, I did an album ranking of this band a few years back, so it's a very old video. I just wanted to sort of have an update of it. So the band is Straits. I'm going to do rank the 6 studio albums. The albums were from between 1978 and 1991. So huge band, English band. Great guitarist Mark Knopfler in the band. His brother David was the rhythm guitarist initially. And then they had Pick Withers on the drums, John Ilsley on the bass. Later on, other members came in and so forth. They had keyboards into the mix and all that sort of thing. Well, a little bit different towards the end of their career, but we'll go through it. Number six. So number six for me is from 1991. I went for On Every Street. This is an okay album. An obvious last place for me though. 12 tracks from 1991. Just looking at the tracks here. Calling Elvis, I did a minor. I remember seeing that on a lot of the video programs at the time. I thought it was quite a cool song. On Every Street's a nice one. Really like that. This is probably my least played of their albums, to tell you the truth. I have heard it a few times, but my least played. I quite liked Heavy Fuel. I remember hearing that a lot on the video shows back in the early 90s. There's a couple other decent tracks, but basically nothing compared to what came before, especially the early period of the band. So I'm going to go for number six, guys, On Every Street. Number five might be a little shock for somebody. I went from, for number five, I'm going for Brothers in Arms. Liked it a lot at the time, played it a lot at the time. There's some great tracks on here. It's very more commercial feel. Their biggest album in sales wise. I love So Far Away. It's just a nice, tender, beautifully written track by Mark Knopfler. Great song. It was a great opening to the album, I thought. Really nice playing by him and the band there. Money for Nothing. To me, it's a bit... it was a huge song, but for me, I don't know. Just feel it's a bit on the corny side for me. I never, apart from the riff, I never really took to the song. I think it's okay, is what it is. A nice upbeat tune was next on the album, Walk of Life. I love Walk of Life. It's very, very aimed at airplay, but still a fine song. Then a mellow song, Your Latest Trick, very nice track. Same for Why Worry, is a good song. Right Across the River, I never a big fan of that one. The Man's Too Strong, also. One World was okay, but the killer track and the best track for me, very easily, is the title track. Beautiful piece, very emotive, vocal from Knopfler. Great playing, very mesmerizing sort of a track. Great atmosphere to the track. Easily the best song on the album for me. Just probably in front of So Far Away. But yeah, a good album, but a bit overblown. Back in the time, I thought they'd done much better work than this, but I'm going to go for it. At number five, Brothers in Arms from 1985. Number four, I went with their second album, Communique, from 1979. Very underrated album. I love the early style Dire Straits, the first four albums, which are my top four. I liked Once Upon a Time in the West. I think it's a nice track. News is a very underrated track. I don't mind Where Do You Think You're Going. Communique is good. Lady Rider's awesome. That was the big song from the album. Great playing in that. It's very, very catchy tune. And a well-written song, really. Just a very infectious song. Easy to get into. Angel of Mercy's nice. Also, Portobello Bell. Just reading the songs here off the Spotify. I don't have my CDs with me; they're inside. So, Single-Handed Sailor, it's not bad. Follow Me Home's good too. Very good album. I like it a lot. I think it's definitely underrated with a couple of highlights probably. Once Upon a Time in the West, Lady Rider, and News. I thought was always a very underrated thing. I think it's a great play. It's got a great feel to it. News, it's a good track. Lady Rider's excellent as well. But yeah, very good songs on this album. So that's my number 4 album. Communique, a very good album. Go check it out if you haven't heard that one. Number 3, I'm going to go for 1982's Love Over Gold. Only 5 tracks, but one real lengthy one, Telegraph Road, which is mesmerizing actually. The feeling of the song, the bit of a melancholy vibe, great playing from Knopfler, great writing from him as well, just a great knack for great songwriting. Just a standout track for me on this album. Great song. It's very lengthy. From memory, it's it 14 minutes? I can't really remember, but it's very long. Yeah, about 12, 14 minutes, something like that. Private Investigations, a bit of a moody sort of piece. That's quite interesting. I thought it's got quite dynamic in parts. I really like Private Investigations. Industrial Disease is seems a little out of place on the album. It's very it's got a bit of humor to the lyrics. If you read the lyrics, very humorous, but I always found it a very catchy tune. I think it works well within the album, but it's very unlike the rest of the album for me. Very unlike the rest of it. Then we go Love Over Gold, beautifully written song, beautiful, slow, ballady song. Lovely piece by Knopfler and the guys. And It Never Rains is really good too, a great finish to the album. So that's my number 3, guys, Love Over Gold. Now, I must say, before I go any further, my top 2 was quite easy. My number 1 was obvious for me, but that's because I remember back in the day hearing the album quite a lot. But we'll go number 2 now, from 1978, the self-titled debut. Pretty much gold all the way through this. That's why I've got it so high. Down on the Waterline, great playing from Knopfler in this. Just a well-written song. Water of Love's a little bit different, but a really good song. Set Me Up, great guitar playing in that, real good. Six Blade Knife with the slow, bassy intro. Some nice bass on that. Southbound again, a bit more rocked up again. Sultan of Swings, well, goes without saying, a classic. Love in the Gallery, but especially like Wild West End. It's a very mellow, very nice sort of track. Very, just laid back and nice. Really good, great track. And Lines is really good too to finish off. But that's my number 2, the self-titled debut. Number 1 for me has to be 1980s Making Movies. This is nearly perfect except for one thing, which I'll get into. Tunnel. If we're talking vinyl, had 7 tracks, 3 on the first side. Tunnel of Love's great, just uplifting sort of track, and it takes you on a journey. It's just an exceptional track. I remember loving it back in the day. It's a superb track written by Knopfler. Romeo and Juliet, beautiful love song, beautiful track. Close to my favourite song of theirs, except probably for one song maybe is, which I will mention. But Romeo and Juliet's a beautiful track, just a wonderful piece. Skate Away is possibly my favourite song by them of all the songs. I think it's the way it starts, that slow pace, and then it gets a bit more up tempo, which is great. And just a wonderful track. Skate Away. Espresso Love, good guitar playing this, a bit of a good riff in this too. It's a terrific song as well. Hand in Hand, the same, a great one. Solar Rock's a bit of a rocker, but no less good. I like a good rocker. I think it's a good catchy tune. Lays Boys is probably the weak point. Most people have said that. It's decent enough, but not nowhere near as good as the other stuff on this album. But a little bit of a weak point, but it's doesn't make it any less a great album for me, because I have to say, definitely this is my favourite. So that's my number one Makey movie. So there you have it, guys. Quite an easy list. Quite an easy list to do for me. I mean, I've done the ranking before, but a long time ago. Yeah, I've always been the first four have always been my favourite four, and then I thought Brothers in Arms is quite commercial, but it did have its moments. On Every Street's a bit even less effective than that, but there you have it. So I'll go through it again. Dire Straits albums, studio albums ranked. Number one, Making Movies. Number two, Dire Straits self-titled. Number three, Love Over Gold. Number four, Communicate. Number five, Brothers in Arms. And number six, On Every Street. There you have it. They had a great career. I mean, they were huge in Australia. I never got to see them, but they were huge in Australia. Did a lot of concerts here. I think they did a huge tour for Brother in Arms, and I wasn't going to concerts at that point. I started the year after for my first concert, so I didn't think of going. But I remember hearing the album at the time, though. Yeah, huge out in Australia, and did a few tours here, and huge worldwide. Yeah, they really quite a unique band, and yeah, he did some solo stuff. Mark Knopfler later on. I don't know what he's up to at the moment. I think he does a little bit, but I'm not sure how much. If he gets around much doing little shows himself now, I'm not sure. But great band at the time, and they left us with some great albums. Okay, guys, that's my Dire Straits studio albums rank. Comment down below, subscribe, and all those things. I'll see you guys for another one. It won't be too far in the future. Bye for now.